Hello, hi, greetings. I hope you're well. I hope you're treating yourselves well. And of course, others. My name is Clair. We're doing mystery messages today. Almost anything could come out. It should be fun. I see you could be starting to see the birds chirping more frequently, slowly making progress towards stability in life, health, prosperity of some sort. There's like a fortune that you're kind of building upon or seeking. I think you kind of have a sense of forward motion from something that has been potentially devastating, or something that could have been distracting, something in your life that kept you from being sincere, or something that kept you in a state of mind. I'm looking at the King of Swords. So something that kind of kept you strict, or maybe held a principle that you held yourself to, a lifestyle. Something has been stealing your sunshine, or something has really been sucking what could be lighter air out of the room that you're sitting in. I think it is preventing you from making the better decisions that you could be making, or the happier, more fulfilling decisions. You got the Two of Wands in reverse. So that's seeing perspective in things. There is a need to lighten up, I think, is what they're trying to say. I think maybe you should shake off a sense of, I want to say, responsibility, or a dark energy. Maybe you could do a house cleansing. Maybe you need to just clean things around your house, a deep clean, or get rid of some things. You could have items in your house that kind of possess an energy of something that you no longer wish to hold in your energy. There's just I think you're feeling lighter for sure. That you got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I feel you're able to make, whether you feel capable or not, I think you're able to make more sound decisions in life at this point. Maybe you need to trust yourself more. I think lightening up could help you maneuver more frequently, and or be less possessive of some things that you hold, or ideals, or something. It's just, we're coming into a season of smiling no matter what. That doesn't mean being foolish, or I'm not trying to be trite in the sense that I think you should just take nonsense in your life. There's intelligence. You don't need to force your hand upon things that you know always. There is a time and place to act upon certain things, but being forceful is not a part of the, it's not a part of, I want to say game, or it's not a part of the scenario at this point. There are things that you probably should be, I think you know, because you had the King of Swords in upright. So there is a sense of like, you are very astute, you observant, you know how to battle, you know how to play the game. Even if you find yourself fading away from your senses, or like, you know, just feeling a little drab or gray or whatever you want to say, if you're just feeling a little down or out of yourself, you can always pull it back in over time. Or you're very sound, you're very, I don't think you're necessarily someone who enjoys being down or someone who likes stagnation in life. I think that's kind of what you would view as your arch nemesis. Whether you've been someone who is given in to being foolish, or, you know, just not progressing in ways that you know you should have or you could have. There's human bodies. We are allowed to go through the motions and mess up. The idea is what is the idea, please? Oh, I always try to come up with some like lesson. I'm learning too in this process of doing these videos, so I always feel like I need to like come up with a lesson sometimes. Even though in my life I have found out that time perseveres all, trusting in things that you can't see always has served me through right and wrong. Like, you got just trust is what I'm trying to say. I think you could be in a phase where you are needing to be light on your feet and or lighthearted, maybe just not so judgmental of yourself or others, maybe hold capacity for the fact that the things that you need to balance, or the things that you need to hold in your arena right now could change very frequently. You need to be able to understand when to move, but quickly. Like, it might be uncomfortable pretty like often, or just in a sense of you're having to jump. So it's not a slow moving process anymore. It could have been at one point, but I think things are starting to ramp up in acceleration or thoughts. It could very well just be like you're getting a lot of thoughts and you're feeling the need to progress or like let those out in action form, like in physicality, because the Eight of Wands in reverse, you could be feeling a lot of like backed up energy. You could be suffering in some other ways in life because you are like, your emotional self is not being fulfilled because there's a lack of action in some way, form, or fashion. There is a lot of trust that is needed. Sometimes you don't know everything when you start, or you don't even understand why you're starting certain things. You could find yourself in situations before you even realize how important they are in life. Like, it's just, you need to be lighthearted because you need to be able to receive. Everything is very fast-paced at this point. I think a lot of things in life are starting to prove that trust is the biggest beast that we need to tackle in life. putting your head in the sand and thinking that you need to accept what's happening around you can be beneficial, and if you're malleable towards it, but just accepting things at face value can, like, you're just at the will of your environment at that point. Like, you're being tossed around by your environment instead of being capable of what you ultimately hold. Like, it's a power, it's a thought, it's a creativity of some sort. You have something to build upon, whether it be in motion or coming to motion soon, just a spark. It seems like it could be new, it could be something that you're rehashing. Just something in life is needing you to not be weighed down by yeah, oh my God, I literally had just been waving this card in your face without reading it, and I finally read it. I just saw that there was a sun on it, and I was kind of going off of that notion, but I just looked down at it, and it says, you are what you think. And I've been getting this whole thing lately, like, because I, too, suffer at my own hand because my brain, you are, I don't like to say judge, but you are being tested by your thoughts. Your thoughts grow in every way. Like, they affect your attitude. The things that you frequently think about, and it seems obvious, but like, even really intelligent people kind of overlook sometimes that a thought pattern might not be so healthy or might not be so prosperous anymore. It's just things that were good can turn sour. I hate saying sour as a negative thing because, being something sour is just a great thing. But what I'm trying to say is things change. Like, things can be bad and then good and then bad and then good and then bad. Like, like, things can be good for you and then turn bad. Things can be bad for you at one point and then turn good. It's just, you have to know yourself. You have to be aware of your environment. Don't be a dummy. Don't think other people are dummies. Smart. You are the King of Swords, so don't be too jagged. Don't be harsh on yourself, harsh on others. Because, if you are harsh on others, you're probably going to be harsh on yourself. If you're harsh on yourself, you're probably going to be kind of quick or just like snippety. Not very patient with others. Oh my gosh, you got the Two of Pentacles again. Life is a dance, my friend. You are either laughing with everyone, or people will start to see that you are not. I don't know where I was going with that. Like, I think either, like, you start to enjoy yourself, or you're gonna, like, fade into... I think it's a thing, like, everyone in life is probably going to start going really fast soon. I think there's, like, kind of a progression that people are taking, and when I say you might get left, like, you might just feel a little left out if you don't evolve with everyone else, if you are denying your truth or not progressing forward in some way, form or fashion, just like an evolution like everyone else. Who knows what you're here on this earth to do? It's hard to even fathom, but you need to be light on your feet, willing to accept things for what they are, willing to grow things, even if you don't understand why, or if it doesn't seem like... If you are just so affected by your world around you, there's things that there's steps you need to take to eradicate that, or there's always steps to take. There's always things that you can be learning. There's always something that you could be building on. Just, it's good. You get maybe work on your posture, work on like looking up more frequently. I think when you think about yourself, try not to think about anything that annoys you. Focus on if you have something you want to change, focus on the things that show potential, or try to think about where you could be. Like, it's just an idea of embodying a good feeling. Like, you don't have to visualize yourself doing the thing that you're trying to attain, or like if it's like just trying to better yourself in some way, you don't have to be so like deep about it. Just don't be harsh about it. Yeah, I think that is the entirety of what I'm trying to say out loud. You gotta know I love you. Hello all, I hope you are feeling great. How to you could be listening to a lot of different or new music lately. I think music has really helped you get through whatever time has possessed you. It seems you could have been enjoying yourself more frequently, regardless of the state of affairs around you. I think you're kind of in a headspace where you know that you're on, like, spending time not doing what you want could only be damaging. I think you're very what do I think? I think you smell good, probably. You could be into romantic comedies. You could enjoy cute things, like enjoy wholesome videos, cute people. Your environment could be very like dainty. You could enjoy pastels or light colors. I think you enjoy people that are funny. You could have a very big quirkiness to you, regardless of where you are in a relationship. I think you really enjoy relationships. I think you enjoy having someone frequently around you that's like a partner, more so than friendships. I think you really enjoy like an actual romance. I think romance is probably very important to you, or you've always kind of idealized it, or it's kind of been a fantasy of yours to have like the drama, the suspense, the comedy, the whole nine about. I think you kind of live your life in a state of like acting, or you are very quirky. Maybe you kind of have like in your mind, you are truly yourself, but in your mind you kind of are aware of a lot of your surroundings, so you play off of it very frequently. I think life could be very fun for you in the sense that you're so goofy, it is like a superpower. I think people often kind of count you out because you could be like, for real, just like someone who is floating in space almost. You could seem very otherworldly. You could have some really strong features that it, like, even on your body, something could be very identifiable, is what I'm trying to say. I think you have a loving spirit, even if you are like extremely strict or resilient in some way. You could have been through whatever, like a lot of healing of some sort. You could have had to heal something inside of you, outside of you. You just have gone through a period where you've had to battle yourself in a sense of getting over something. And I think that has given you a lot of strength. The Ace of Cups is, I feel that you are nourished by yourself, nourished maybe by like birds or singing. Going back to the songs, maybe you're nourished by, even if you listen to like just the dirtiest music ever, I think that you kind of are balanced out by, like, because even like what I do is I am really, like, I'm so nice. I'm a pushover, okay? I've come to terms with it. It's been maybe a year now that I realized I'm a pushover, and I think that's why I listen to such aggressive music. I like, the music I listen to is, if no other words, aggressive is the best. So I think that kind of stems from the fact that I am really a giant baby pushover, and I like to see people happy, and where I just like to like cater to people in a lot of ways. So I think that you maybe kind of have a similar thing going on, an ambiance of that sort. Like your music kind of is a therapy to you. There's a very strong connection to whatever you listen to. You could feel very connected to the artists that you listen to. Maybe they kind of helped you grow in a certain way in life. You relied on music to feel things that you couldn't really get other ways. I think maybe listening to so much music is the reason that you are kind of animated. Like, you are for sure a character. In life, people are captivated by the crown you hold, or just like the space you hold around you. I think whatever you feel about yourself, whatever you see in the mirror, there's a person inside the Knight of Axes. That's a cool one. It's usually the Knight of Swords, but you got the axe. So I think there's like, I always mention this, so you guys must be just like the most interesting bunch ever. Because I think that quirkiness, there's like an offsetness to you, a tick. There's a very strange energy about you that captivates people. Something you're good at conversing, but in your own way, and or keeping people interested in what you're talking about. I think you could have like really be good at storytelling. You probably say things that are just like completely out of the bag. On the bottom I was seeing the 7 of Cups is fantasy. You could be into high fantasy things, or sci-fi, folklore, cryptid stuff, hauntings. You could just be into a lot of things that are kind of outside of the realm of things you would find in mainstream. But I mean, things are kind of evolving right now, so it seems like what even is normal anymore. I think it's kind of an upheaval that everyone is having, that difference is the only similarity that we have. People are very similar, and there's a lot of like things that we all share that keeps us glued together for a lot of reasons. But I think ultimately, sorry, my hair is just being the most obnoxious thing ever right now. Making sure I don't have things smeared across my face. I think that you're just an oddball. I've been listening to Bad Karma by A$AP Rock, like, on repeat, like, literally the only song that I listened to in a whole day, like 2 days ago. So maybe you kind of are like an alley cat sort of ambiance. You could just be very about your business, about yourself. People see that you have been around, you're gonna be around. You're not really affecting a whole lot, and or you're amusing in a lot of ways. I think that you hold a just mystery, edginess. The Chariot. You are a vessel for light and dark energy, and or you've been through a lot of things which has made you very susceptible to understanding a lot of things. Like people that are shoved out of their comfort zone and or like pushed around by life usually are really very good at understanding that things are not fixed. There is like a lot of difference to be had in life. There's a lot of things that could happen, a lot of just change, obstacles, things, but you can always continue on. I think that that's been established, that you definitely can continue on, and that will be that, no matter if you do feel burdened or you feel light as air. There will be a new day. You could be like into plays or performances of some sort. You could really appreciate performance art stuff. You could enjoy like watching nature in like stillness, or if you don't, you could start to be like noticing more nature around you for some reason. I'm kind of picking up on okay. You also could be coming into a lot of like strange events that you can't really explain, but they feel connected to something that you've felt or known in your life in the back of your head somehow. Or it seems almost like magic to have happened, or things that you kind of knew beforehand, something of that sort. There's like a little mysticism floating in the air right now, very Aquarian energy. I don't like to like identify signs or whatever, because I don't even, the science of it, I literally, holy science, don't know. I don't know much about that, the reality of this world, but I feel very strongly a like harnessing some sort of skill of yours, maybe the way to start to harvest success or progress into a new level, to finalize something, and or feel like life will offer you more in some way or some form or fashion. I think you need to figure out how to trust yourself, whether you have a reason to not trust yourself. You should impale whatever is keeping you to your habits and or downfalls. You need to stick that to the wall and walk away from it. I've been just beating down this point lately, and I feel it more and more with every day. Things that the boundaries that you hold for yourself might be causing you to overindulge in other things. Okay, so say like what they talk about, people that when you diet, like some people will completely cut off eating anything pleasurable at all. Like they think that they just have to eat like broccoli and I don't know, things that don't taste amazing just by themselves if you don't have other things around it. So I think maybe you're like the analogy, like the idea is that you are overdoing it. Like if you could just like even out a little bit, figure out how to not disrupt the reins as much as just hold them steady. I think you kind of teeter into overdoing something and then underdoing it, going back and forth between those two notions instead of figuring out a way to keep them steady into your life, or finding like a sacred balance in a way that you move, function, process things in life. Maybe when you have a hard time with how you take things initially, you might come around over time, but there's like a initial shock or something like that. Like it's just it just messages people. I'm not really positive, but I feel like the words on this card is tame and attain. So, and it's a horse. So you're obviously very strong. You're capable, like you're pure muscle. You're a brick. So there's things that you need to take the reins in on, like some muscles that you have. Like you need to firm your foundation. Maybe it's gooey right now and your feet are sticking in it, instead of what could be like you walking more fluidly on top of the situation. You're sinking into it. I think life is a little, you just could be more I don't know if it's like, I'm hearing chiseled for some reason. I don't even know why, but you just need to figure out maybe you could do like a cleansing ritual of your space. Maybe also, I said in the other pile, get rid of some other stuff, like some stuff that you don't feel the need for anymore, or just really appreciate the things that are around you. Like look at your space and say like thank you for things that you really appreciate. Like seriously, just walk around your house and just kind of like look at what you have and maybe like see how far you've come, versus if someone or something has got your attention and you're feeding into how it makes you feel. That is giving that thing the ability to affect you when you want to be able to hold the reins on yourself. You don't want to let other people guide you. If you want guidance, then you'll ask for it, but you don't want people to just like barge in and like kicking the door and start like barking orders at you or something like that. Like that's what it's like to just have people that you like don't necessarily care for or want to hear something from, just like coming into your space and saying things like, you don't know me, and even if you do, I didn't ask for this, or it's just that kind of feeling. Even if someone could be right or someone could be wrong, whatever they're saying to you, I think there's a benefit from you holding in the reins, knowing how to receive that information, whether it be good or bad, your initial reaction to it, so you'll be pleased with the way that you take things, good or bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sounds great. And you gotta know I love you.